Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle. You can expect the latest in sports news, views, and reviews from our resident analysts. No sports topic is too controversial, and no team or player is above criticism. So just smash that subscribe button and ring that notification bell to make sure you don't miss out on our balanced offering of riveting sports content. And don't forget to like, share, and leave a comment below. Welcome to Sports DTM.
Greetings, Sports DTM fans, and welcome to another exciting episode of Sports Down the Middle, the channel of undiluted sports content. Jamaica Football Federation strapped for cash. But before we get into details, we noticed that you've been watching our channel. But if that button is still red, that means you have not joined the DTM family. Come on, man, get up, click that button. What are you waiting on to join the DTM family? Come on, let's enjoy sports together. In a report that's coming out, the Sporting Development Foundation, the SDF, General Manager Denzel Wiz, say that the agency is in discussion with the Jamaica Football Federation about helping to offset expense for the Reggae Boyz for the qualification campaign. Now the SDF provide grant to all sporting body and allocate $3.5 million each month to the Jamaica Football Federation. However, the JFF is struggling to attract corporate sponsorship. JFF is struggling to get sponsorship from corporate Jamaica. I wonder why is that. But anyway, it went on to saying that they are requesting some more money from the Sport Development Foundation. So in the report, Wilk said that the JFF didn't request any money for the Panama home fixtures. This year in particular, we did not make any direct contribution towards that. That's against the Panama game. Now this time, against the home game coming against Canada, they are planning to give the JFF some more money. Now our favorite analysts are in the studio ready to dissect this. Gents, what do you think of this? The SDF is reviewing to give the JFF some more cash. Tell us your thought.
Same old story, the JFF. I mean, this year they entered in some tournaments, especially the Gold Cup and some friendly games, and we figured they would earn enough money that would tie them over till at least another sponsor or sponsors come on board, but that wasn't to be. And as such, we're hearing the same old story of JFF being cash strapped. It's very unfortunate. It hurts, especially given that's our World Cup qualifying year and we have so much at stake. I wish it was, this was resolved. We kept hearing about this from early as January that, some of the things that can be a pitfall for the Reggae Boyz squad for the World Cup would be the JFF and even cash. Remember the wage negotiation and the issue and the argument of not having enough money and sponsorship. But we're right back at the same position, lack of sponsorship. And as such, to turn to government agencies to help out. And even them is finding it hard to splash the cash around too. But, if we're going to be frank, some of the reasons why JFF might not be seeing sponsorship is that not a lot of persons trust the leadership of the JFF. And so it becomes really, really tricky for them to garner a level of sponsorship. I mean, we see the National Premier League getting a certain level of sponsorship. And guess why? It's because they have some level of trust in the leadership where that is concerned, but not so much the JFF. I really hope they get it together. I really hope they do. And I hope the government try and rescue and give them some cash, hopefully, and pretty much save our qualifying campaign, because it's really on the ropes, and we don't want to hear that salaries are outstanding again for the Reggae Boyz because of lack of finance. So I hope this get resolved.
I wish I could echo the sentiments of a famous dancehall artist turned minister in the army of the Lord. I wish I could echo her sentiments. I am tired. JFF is just one of the most frustrating bodies you could ever come across. Always strapped for cash, like someone who spends their money on illegitimate habits. JFF needs an uprooting. They need to find their places and to fix this issue, this ongoing issue, this perpetual issue of them not having any money. It is frustrating for me as a fan, as a supporter of the country, and someone who wants to see the country playing at the level they should be playing. JFF is holding back Jamaica. They're holding back Jamaica's men and women football team. In fact, JFF is holding back the netball team. They're holding back the cricket teams. They're holding back the table tennis teams. JFF is just frustrating. They need an uprooting because this cannot continue. What is happening to the cash? Why do they need a constant injection of cash? This is now I know. Now I see why corporate Jamaica and other sponsors are running from them. They're not showing that they can be a body that can be trusted with money.
Once again, JFF find themselves in monetary problems, and to add to that, with Reggae Boyz not having the greatest of starts, it clearly does not do well, as corporate Jamaica would not be readily supporting this campaign. Mr. Ricketts and his team may need to find some means and way of winning the trust of corporate Jamaica, and also the government, because we have to face the reality and know that we're in a pandemic just the same, and persons are looking for value for their money, and they are not going to just invest in a campaign, even though it's a needed investment, but they have to find some means and way of convincing corporate Jamaica to come on board in this Worldcup qualifying. It is sad that it has to deal to this, whereby they have to continuously be seeking funding, but it is what it is. I really hope that this can be resolved in good faith, and see the Reggae Boyz can focus on getting their job completed and not have to be worrying about salaries and other costs such as airplane flights, and so I really hope this is resolved in short order, and the management of JFF can get things under control.
Here we are again, hearing the General Secretary of the Jamaica Football Federation, JFF, Mr. Dalton Wint, indicating that the JFF is struggling and is about to reach a stage where they are unable to cover their expenses. Of course, you know that this is not an unfamiliar territory for the JFF, who have been branded as being cash-strapped. However, from our information, up to late last year, the JFF were expected to receive funds from FIFA to cover the meal program, as well as an additional $500,000 US. So it's $1 million US plus $500,000 US to assist with, propping up their budget. It was called COVID relief. We also heard earlier on this year that the JFF was able to clear a third of their debt and was looking a lot better. We heard that there were persons from industry brought in, especially the chairman of the finance committee, Mr. Dennis Strong, to help with just managing the overall finance and ensuring that things were in order. But here is where the big problem is. Mr. Wint earlier this year indicated that it would take a little over $1 billion Jamaican dollars just to run the mail program. Well, now he's telling us that it will cost a minimum of US $4 million.
Now, if our math is correct, $4 million at probably an exchange rate of 150 gets us closer to about $600 million. But alright, so that probably is off. Then again, it tells us that we've spent so far in the campaign a little over $100 million. Well, we have probably about another 4 rounds of matches to play. With that math, and over the period of time, we can't see us going over $600 million if it's 100 million or a little over that per round. Probably up to 700, be generous, $750 million. The challenge is that we're not hearing from the finance people in the JFF. We're hearing from Mr. Wind, and we're told, based on the reports that are out there, that the SDF is saying up to the Panama game, they did not receive a request from the JFF for funding. This is interesting. This is staggering. We hope that the SDF can step in. We hope that Corporate Jamaica can step in to ensure that the necessary funding is there. We hear that after the October games, we could be in trouble, and we're just hoping that things can get sorted out pretty quickly. But we'd hope that we'll be hearing from somebody else apart from just the General Secretary as to what is going on with the JFF finances, so that we can get some much needed funds being pumped in the program.
There you have it, Sport DTM fans. The Sports Development Foundation, SDF, is reviewing to give the Jamaica Football Federation, JFF, some cash. Tell us your thought. What do you think? You understand? You think the JFF should go out and get some more sponsor and stop depending on these agency, although they're there to help, but they're there to help other sporting agency. Should the JFS go out and do some marketing and get some other sponsor? Try to get Corporate Jamaica to help them out. Tell us your thought. This has been another exciting episode of Sports Down the Middle. Yeah, and remember to tell a friend so that friend to tell another friend, and that friend could tell another friend. Be blessed.